He's John Barry, NBA analyst, former NBA shooting guard. 2014 NBA Draft live on the Mothership Thursday, June 26th at 7 Eastern, and Johnny joins us now. How you feeling, John?
What's up, DP?
I was wondering about Chris Bosh and Shane Battier. We're talking about this wasn't any fun for the Miami Heat. And I said it's really hard when everybody expects you to win. You're supposed to win, and when you don't, then all of a sudden everybody's there to criticize you. How tough is it to win when you're expected to win?
Hello? Hello?
John?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was cut off.
Oh, you were?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was a dramatic pause there.
No, I'm sure it was an incredible question that I'd have to ponder for a while.
Okay,
please,
how tough is it to win when you're expected to win, as the Miami Heat found out this year?
Well, I think this is more so the culmination of 4 straight years in the NBA Finals. And to me, it looked like a team that let go of the rope. And it's not a conscious decision that you make. It's just that you didn't do all the little things it took to win. You didn't make that multiple effort play you hear Eric Spoelstra talk about all the time. They just couldn't make it. And they were up against a superior team, quite honestly. And they're lucky they were in the Eastern Conference, because if they were in the West, I don't think they would have been in the NBA Finals.
How many teams are better than the Heat?
I think the top 3 in the West all would have beat them. I think Memphis would have gave them fits. I think the Warriors could have gave them some problems. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from what they've done. I mean, and I think 2 out of 4 since they came together is absolutely a success. But they were certainly fortunate to be in the Eastern Conference to get to the Finals 4 straight years.
The Miami Heat's future here. What do you see here happening?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mentioned Dwayne Wade. He gets $40 million over 2 years if he opts into the contract. If he opts out, will he take less? He'll probably want extended years. How can you pay that much money for a guy that missed a third of the season? He clearly was beat down at the end of the year. There's a great stat. I think he played 20 games in the last 57 days in the playoffs. He had played 23 games in 90-plus days in the regular season. And he can't deal with the wear and tear. So what do you do there? Do you expect LeBron James, the best player in basketball, to take a cut? Do you expect Chris Bosh, who, if he opted out, would get a max deal at numerous places? And then if they do take that less money, how much can they do around him? So they have to revamp the guys around him. I think that was one of the big deals this year, is they never got that consistent play from the others this season. That was a big reason why they weren't the same.
But if I could see Bosh being traded. I don't know if it's a sign and trade, but I could see that. I could see Wade going to a 6th man role, which might serve him better. But there's still some holes in there, and I don't see Melo going to Miami. I
don't see Melo going to Miami at all.
Yeah, so the quick fix isn't going to be. I don't think it's just, hey, let's just bring in Melo and everything's great. I think they have there's some real concerns there with role players and even some of those starting players. We also talked about Spurs yesterday with Adrian Wojnarowski of Yahoo Sports. He says he sees Duncan coming back. He thinks Pop's going to coach 4 or 5 more years. I don't know what you can squeeze out of Ginobili and Duncan, but are they the team to beat next year?
I would say so. I mean, I think most people had them written off 4 years ago when Memphis beat them in the first round. Mm-hmm. But Greg Popovich does such a great job of managing minutes. No player plays over 30 minutes all season, and yet they have the best record in basketball in the Western Conference. So why not? I mean, he can come down on the minutes with Duncan and Ginobili again next year. But they have some questions, too. Diaw's a free agent. Patty Mills is a free agent. Corey Joseph maybe is a free agent that can play a little bit. So can they bring all those guys back? But it's absolutely amazing what they've done. I mean, from 99 to 2014, you have Tim Duncan there winning a title, coming back from what happened last year. It really is remarkable. I heard you talking about why don't people take this model and play the way they do. I don't understand it. But you do have to have the right personnel. You have to have the right superstars. Greg Popovich yells at Tim Duncan as much as he yells at Matt Bonner, and guys accept it. And that's the key.
How tough was it for your brother to play for Pop?
I think Brent was the Danny Green. You see, Danny Green's got that quick hook. He'll get him out of the game. Danny, it's like Bo Ryan in Wisconsin. If you drop a ball or make a turnover, just run to the bench. Danny Green's pretty much doing that. But you know what he said? He learned so much, and the guy's an incredible coach. And what he's been able to do, and again, come back from last year and. They were so fueled by that, and I just knew they were going to win a championship.
But they take less to play there, stay there. Why?
Well, the Riverwalk is a beautiful spot. It's clean a couple days out of the year. You can get a nice little dip in the water.
Well, didn't you want to build a house on the Riverwalk? Didn't you want that view there?
I feel like I have a condo there now. I've been there so much over the past 9 seasons.
We had a good time when we went out with your brother. He took us to some little shack there to have beers. I love the people there. I love the atmosphere. It was just you can't wear a suit in that weather down there.
No, it's amazing what they do.
All right, so Melo, is there any chance he does this? He just opts out and walks away from the Knicks.
Sure. If Phil Jackson's asking to take less money, why would Carmelo take less money to stay in a place that is not anywhere near a championship when he can go take less money and maybe go to Chicago? If he did want to go to Miami, I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a lot of other places that would be more attractive if he's going to take less money that have a better chance to win than the New York Knicks.
Like?
Well, if the Chicago thing works out.
Houston?
It is Miami. If he wanted to play with LeBron, they could certainly do that. I don't think that that's the fix for Miami. They don't need offense.
I think Houston's sneaky in all of this, whether it's Kevin Love or it's Melo, that it just feels like Houston's going to do something.
But wait a second. You got Harden, Melo, and Dwight Howard? Can you get worse defensively than they were this year? I guess
do you realize
would probably do it.
Harden got a couple of votes for all defense?
Oh, Mike. Those votes, that guy should not ever vote again.
I play better defense than Harden does.
I would take you defensively for one stop to win a game. I would put you in there.
Could I score on James Harden?
Absolutely. He just wants the ball back.
I know he does. I know he does. Well, and I wonder if they have enough if you do a sign and trade with Jeremy Lin and Omar.
Well, Lin and Ashik make $15 million apiece, by the way, next year.
Oh, well, that Jeremy Lin deal. You knew that was going to be bad. Really bad. Where's Kevin Love end up then? Phoenix? Golden State?
You know what? I think Phoenix would be a great spot. Golden State would be a great spot, too. Minnesota better do something. You can't let this guy walk for nothing.
Well, he's embarrassing them, though, John. He's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't like Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're on a max deal or whatever it is, and you're out there searching around. I don't like that. And I don't. Why is it that NBA players are the only ones that do this? Does Adrian Peterson for the Vikings, it'd be nice to play in San Diego. It'd be nice if I went here.
I'm just going to take a trip. Yeah, I'm going to take a trip to San Diego and hang out with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, just, the beach is nice. No NFL players do that. Aaron Rodgers is in Green Bay. I kind of imagine he had fun playing in New York or something. These guys don't do this.
Yeah, and players can't be accused of tampering with another player, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I saw this story that LeBron wants to play for Mark Jackson. Well, unless he's playing for the ESPN pickup team, I don't know if do you think Mark takes the Cavalier job? He gets the Cavaliers job?
I think it makes a lot of sense. The culture he created in Golden State was like none other. Going to shoot-arounds for all these teams. They were like a college team. Clapping and yelling, and they had an unbelievable atmosphere. And as you know, all these players came to his defense. Cleveland needs somebody to get these guys to get along. Irving and Waiters haven't got along, and I think it makes a ton of sense if Mark went to Cleveland.
The 2014 NBA Draft live on ESPN Thursday, June 26, 7 Eastern. John Barry will be part of that. What are you going to be doing?
I didn't know I was. Did you know something I don't know?
Oh, sorry about that. Sources told me that you were maybe part of the NBA Draft.
Well, it's a college night. I don't watch a ton of college. I'm watching soccer now. I'm busy.
You should be good on that draft show then. I have no idea how good this guy is. Yeah. Johnny, good to talk to you, man. And hopefully
Okay, Dave.
we'll cross paths soon.
Hopefully, but.
All right. That's John Bear.